there's never been this type of insurgency. You know, we have to remember that it's been like this for multiple decades now. It was only in the last 2-3 years that we've really had an insurgency. These types of changes, you know, it didn't just, it's not like it's really been there.
Right.
All of a sudden, people are now starting to notice, and they're looking at it like, oh, wow, I never realized that the Progressive Caucus is not really progressive. That's true. It's not, because corporate money dominates the political dynamic of this country.
Are you ready?
And one of the things that we cannot ignore is the fact that the corporate special interest money in politics is really what divides us more than anything else. I don't care if you're progressive, conservative, I don't care if you're moderate, whatever you are. It's corporate versus non-corporate. And that is especially true when it comes to our foreign policy. If you are anti-war and you have that anti-war message, the establishment is going to move heaven and earth to stop you from doing this. And one of the people who decided that it was a bad idea for somebody who is becoming friendly with Jen, and that is none other than Congressperson Ro Khanna, he decided to go on Lauren Ingram's. We do not like Lauren Ingram at all.
Can we just sit for a second, talk about how ridiculous it is when anybody gives anybody a hard time for going on a particular channel and talking? As long as you're sticking with what your message is, you should tell it to as many people. And you know what? They gave Bernie crap about going on Fox as well. That is, to me, this is ludicrous, and it is anti-progress. So if people want to share their message, it should go everywhere. So
Aaron Rupar, who works for Vox, like a lot of other establishmenty people, decided that it was absolutely necessary for him to make a very incendiary post about Ro Khanna going on the Lauren Ingram show to talk about how we need to get out of Afghanistan. I don't give a damn whose show you're going on. You could go on the most conservative show on the face of the planet and say, we need to stop spending $1 trillion on war every single freaking year.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they are grifters that you're talking to. It's a question of the tens of thousands, in some cases, hundreds of thousands of people that are going to see this message and they're going to say, you know what, that's a good point.
Well, and this is, I've always said this, and I don't care who it is. If you're talking about something, the more people you reach, the better. So I've never understood that line of thinking. And yeah, there are certain people that I don't think should be granted credibility.
Yeah.
You know, like there are certain platforms and certain people that are, and maybe that you find amoral that you wouldn't want to give credibility to. But in general, if somebody is willing to give you a platform to educate more people, that's what we need to be doing.
And that is why somebody like Aaron Rupar needs to be called out for what he did. It is again, we believe in freedom of the press 100%, but if you are not fighting power, you are part of it, and that is not what the press is supposed to be doing.
I am 100% anti-censorship. He should say whatever he wants. He is still a bootlicker.
Correct.
So you can say that, but that doesn't mean that you're not accountable